just a quick check-in. What's everybody up to with this current lockdowny situation? Anyone doing anything fun at home? Me, I'm rewatching Buffy because I can, and yeah, and whilst I'm doing it, I have actually. This really looks like it's wonky. I'm sorry if the camera is wonky, but yes, I have a gas boiler check tomorrow, and as far as I'm aware, that's still going ahead, which has kind of meant that I've had to be starting to sort out my my little cupboard that my boiler is in. Basically, in order to do that, I have an awful lot of. Sorry, hang on. I'm so nosy. I have an awful lot of wool and yarn that needs sorting. So I'm just here making little cakes of scraps of yarn and things out of yarn that, that I didn't really know what was in there. So it's been interesting seeing some of the different types of yarns and things that I've actually got. But I've got a question for like people that do craft things, because this is kind of, you know, I think a lot of us crafters, we kind of inherit other people's yarn that they've finished with, that they're not, you know, that they don't want anymore, and just want to offload and get rid of. And I guess, you know, my question is, I don't tend to go out and buy the yarns that are on big cardboard tubes, and so I'm wondering, because I've actually found going through the yarn that there's quite a few that actually, I don't know what my cat is doing behind me right now. What do you think you're doing, madam? Yes, you. Yes, you. What are you doing? Pest. She'll carry on now. She'll carry on, you watch. So yeah, really, what I'm wondering is, what do you guys do with it? Do you guys, you know, when you're not using it, do you just leave it on the tube? What's the best way of storing it, really? Like, I haven't really got like shelves that I can put them on or anything like that, so I don't know. Has anyone got any ingenious ways of storing these? I don't even know. I assume they're probably for an actual knitting machine, because they're a very, very thin yarn. But I suppose because I don't know really. Possibly you could use it as sock yarn, maybe. I don't know. I know that what I'll probably end up doing is, maybe because it's not the softest, it's not the nicest of stuff, and there's just some really weird colours. Look at that. How weird is that? It's a really strange colour. What I'll probably end up doing is using two or three threads together, creating like a blend. That would be a bit random. Oh look, it matches my hair. And you know, sort of doubling them up a bit, maybe make some pet blankets or something with it. But other than that, I basically spent my day, well, I've spent part of my day on the phone. I don't even know what this is. It feels like paper. Is it raffia? No. It's like, it's yarn that's like wrapped in like a paper. Oh, sorry. Camera is there. It's not going to focus. But anyone? no idea what I'm going to do with that, but so basically, really today I've had to make a few phone calls to see what's going on with various appointments, like most people at the moment. I'm really unsure as to what is going ahead, what isn't going ahead in the current situation, and so I've had that. I've had to deal with reporting the damage to the outside of my flat, which has meant that I've had to speak to the police because they wanted a crime number. Otherwise, Live West potentially would be charging me for the damage, which I didn't cause. So I've been reporting that, but apparently it gets treated as if it's a hit and run, and as there's no evidence of what vehicle has done it or what person has caused the damage, then what happens is it's a dead case basically. So they don't actually give you a crime number, they just give you a log number to say that they've logged it. So I've sent that with some images to the repairs people at Live West, and hopefully they'll get somebody out at some point, hopefully before it rains, to have a look at it. But really my day has just been spent sort of getting my yarn. I don't know if I can make this not very. I've got a very messy table. I've just got a really messy house, but I think most craft, like, I don't know, maybe I'm not most, but I think some crafters, this tends to be how they operate. But this is my favourite little machine here, and in fact, let's see if I can move stuff around so you can have a little look. Okay, this is, I'll do it, let's hold you up and show you, or not, because I can't find it. Oh, dearie me, I don't know. Oh, I can't. This is my favourite machine. Oh, there's the cat. There it is. Right, this is my favourite little machine. I love this. It's so therapeutic to sit and just wind balls of yarn. So that's what I've been doing. I'll see if I can show you how I do it. Right, so you get your piece of yarn here. It goes around through this bit here, goes onto there, and then you get the little handle here, and you basically just go windy, 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 like so. Try not to stand on the yarn that you're trying to wind, and yeah. I kind of tend to sit here and just think, keep rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 thinking that, you know, eventually I'll come to the end of rolling balls of random yarn and potentially have a nice, neat pile at the end of the day. Now, it's going to be really boring, probably, if I show you the entire process. This is not too big a ball of wool, so I'll try and speed it through a bit, and then you can see what they look like at the end when I've finished this one. But this is basically what I've been spending my day doing in order to try and get the stuff so that it fits into a box rather than lots of bags, so that I've got a clearer idea of what I've got. Unfortunately, at the moment, I can't get out anywhere to get some more like see-through boxes. So I'm having to use an old cardboard box at the moment, but anything is better than nothing right now. And it means when I do put stuff back into my cupboard, it should hopefully be a little bit neater again, rather than having these huge bin bags of yarn. This is really interesting, this stuff. I like the colour with the white, but I really don't know. I suppose maybe you could do coasters, make crocheted coasters or something out of it. I'm not sure I'd use it. Well, I wouldn't use it for a baby. I don't think. because it's kind of like a raffia. It's very strange. I've got no idea what make it is. If anyone knows, I actually am stumped for once. Right, come on, ball. Let's get this finished. But I don't know. What have you guys been up to? Obviously, tomorrow my craft group is off. For obvious reasons. Everything's shut, and rightly so. And so I hope everyone that normally goes to my craft group, I hope they're all okay. And I hope that maybe they might find that time at home just to do some crafting. Even though we're not all together, sometimes it's good to give yourself the permission to sit down and do some crafting without thinking, oh, I must do this bit of housework and that bit of housework because, I'm stuck inside or whatever. Obviously, like they said, at the moment, you can still go out for a walk, but you're not supposed to go out in big groups, and you're supposed to be socially distancing. Oh, here we go, end of the walk. So what I normally do is just tuck my end in underneath a couple of those, then you do this, and there you have a neater ball of yarn with a middle pull, so that can now go in my box. Anyway, yeah, so I'm hoping that my craft group buddies can find the time to do some crafting. Sorry, just try and readjust, but the room on the table, it's just not here. I did try and sort this table the other week, but apparently I didn't really do a very good job. But so that's what I'm doing today. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 rolls or balls at the moment. I've got stacks of this stuff. It is the most vile, horrible stuff I've ever touched in my life, and I have absolutely no idea how old it is. Maybe if anyone works for Wendy, they could tell me how old this ball of it's mohair, wool and nylon. So, I mean, it's going to be scratchy and stuff because it's got wool and mohair and they're natural fibres. What would I use it for? I think my idea of what I would use them for, because I've got quite a few different balls of it, and personally, I don't think I want to knit with them. They're really dusty and a bit, I don't know. It's just not my favourite type of thing to work with, and yeah. So I think personally, I'll either use them to wrap, wreaths, maybe wrap around wreaths, or maybe I mean, this one's quite a nice Christmassy. I don't know if you can actually see, but it's like green with bits of red in it. So I suppose I could make some little knitted Christmas trees to stick on a Christmas card or something like that. Or my other option, because the majority of it is a natural fibre, which I would assume is the same for these, although this one's a different company. This is by Sirdar, and this one, again, it's got a high amount. The most that it's got in it is actually mohair. Again, so again, it's got a fairly decent amount of natural fibre, which to me would suggest that it would felt up probably quite nice, make some little felt monsters or something out of it, or just make little felted something or others would work, I think, with that. And that's probably my aim, and I do not really intend on trying to ball them because I just think it would be a nightmare. So I'll probably put those all together in a box, and then try and find my stuff that I have for needle felting, because yeah, needle felted stuff, it probably would work quite well, doing needle felted pictures. I'm unsure on this one. I'm not sure if this is the right label for this one even, but it's brushed double knit. I don't know if someone, what, you've got 50 grams of it. I don't know, would you, oh, I might have to ball this one after all. Oh no, it's alright, I've got tape, I can tape it back together. I don't know, I don't think this one would felt very well, because it's actually it's 50% acrylic and 50% nylon. Not sure, like, I just think it would be really itchy. It's a really lovely colour, but I just think it would be really itchy. So, not sure what to do with this one at the moment. But I'm kind of leaving those to one side. Let's try and stick the label back together very quickly. So yeah, I don't know. What are you guys up to? What, you know, are you going to be crafting at any point? If you know, have you got jobs out there that you've been ignoring or avoiding, like me? This probably being one of them. But I will feel so much better when I put everything back in my cupboard after the man's bin tomorrow, and there's no mess of big bags. I've got another 2 bin bags to go through, and I haven't finished this one yet, so it might be a few days before it goes back in the cupboard, but I suppose it gives me something to do during this self-isolation, although it does give you a backache. Oh, anyway, I thought I'd take a quick break from doing it, tell everyone what I'm up to, what I'm doing, see what, you know, I'd like to get a bit of interaction really on my YouTube. I'd love to hear what people are doing themselves. I know I've got, you know, my dad still has to go to work. He's a key worker because he drives buses. I've got friends who still have to go to work because, you know, they work in retail shops that haven't made the decision yet to shut down, but I think the way the British public are, I think they're going to have to force some sort of a lockdown in order for the majority to take it seriously, and that's a real shame. But stay safe, and I look forward to maybe hearing something from some of you, like just saying what you're up to. Just comment below, and if you can't comment below, can you just let me know, because it might be my settings that I've done wrong. Even if you comment on the link when I put it onto my Facebook page, you know, it'd just be nice. I don't know, if you've got any questions, like any crafting questions, anything you want to ask me, anything you want me to try and show you how to do, just, yeah, leave a message, drop me, you know, if you know me, then obviously, like, phone me or whatever, or, you know, or just write a message down. I'm going to cut this off here because my DVD player is about to turn itself off, and I don't want it to. Oh, it's just turned itself off. Yeah, so anyway, I'll leave it here, and let me know if you've got any thoughts, ideas, suggestions for the storage of my cones, even, because I'm not sure how to store them, what the best thing to do is, and hopefully, you know, people will start to bear down and pay attention to the advice that's been given, and, you know, we'll pass this, pass through this.
this is?
Pass. This will pass. Hopefully, in not too long a time. Anyway, keep making 20-minute long videos. I need to shut up, basically. Okay, shutting up now. Going back to the grind of ball and yarn. So, see you later.